Hey YouTube, it's Faster Bacon, and I am so excited to be back on Dark and Darker. And I hope you guys are as well. Many of you, I'm sure, have probably tried out the new wipe, and I hope I hope your review is close to mine. And that's what this video is going to actually focus on a little bit of my early review. Now that I've actually put close to over 40 hours actually in this wipe already, and if you know me, if you've been following me for a while, you know, that's a lot of hours for you. Yeah, it is. But thankfully, not so thankfully, the East Coast has been having. You probably heard of the blizzard that we've been experiencing for actually 2 weeks now. We got hit with ice, and then a snowstorm. So I've had a little bit extra time on my hands. So it's actually worked out well in the sense of being able to play Dark and Darker, not for other things, of course. But yeah, man, it's been an interesting couple of months, and man, this update was a very nice surprise. I was very excited. This is the first time I actually have never even watched the Q&A. I typically would watch the Q&A with the devs to kind of find out what's coming, just because I've always been excited. And this time I found that I wasn't going to, because I wanted them to kind of win me back a little bit, and I think they absolutely did it. There's a few things I don't like about the update. It's like two things though. Like everything else is absolutely phenomenal. Most of you are already familiar with the update, but I just wanted, in case you're not aware, these are probably the biggest things I think that have changed the atmosphere in the dungeons completely. It's made this game feel super fresh, in my opinion. It feels great, and I think the biggest one of those things is that we've actually seen a good chunk of new perks and new skills added to characters. And I know a few people have been upset about this. Of course, Fighter and Barb were the ones that actually received new skills and perks with this new wipe. I want to say this, just because I know a lot of people seem to be upset about this, that it wasn't a different class. And again, I'm a wizard. I've been waiting for new spells for a long time. But hear me out. I think this probably has something to do with the fact, if I am correct, I think in the earliest playable version of Dark and Darker, I think the Barbarian and the Fighter class were the only classes that were in the game at the time. Because they, and I'm talking like at the very, very beginning. If you actually look around and find old content of that, or like dev like footage and stuff, I'm pretty sure Barbarian and Fighter were the only two classes that were, or the first two classes to be made, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe that has a reason for that. But overall, I think this is something we should be happy about. What we should do is shift, rather than saying, well, why didn't this class get something? I think we should shift it and saying, these are great. Obviously we'll see some balance, I'm sure. There's aspects of Disarm that a lot of people do not like. And I'm sure we'll see some balance. But I think now what we should do is commend for what we like about it, and say, okay, now do it with these classes. Do it with the next two classes. Because honestly, as far as content, man, I'm good for the whole wipe. We have the quests, the quest line that's going to drip slowly. And in addition to that, of course, market returns in about 2 weeks as well. I'm good for this wipe, man. I'm so super excited. I still expect to see some things added, I'm sure, but nothing too major, nothing too monumental. But I would love to see just a slow trickle of going through all the different old classes. I'd be fine if they just didn't touch Druid or Sork until very last, in my opinion. And I play Sork just as much as Wizard almost at this point. But like just grabbing say Wizard Cleric next, focus on some spellcasters, add some new spells in, stuff like that. And it doesn't have to be a crazy amount. Maybe like 3 of each. Maybe 3 new skills, 3 new perks, 3 new spells. But yeah, like just doing maybe in a month from now, doing that and drop it maybe every month or so. Typically a wipe is about 4 months. Do that with each class, man, throughout the duration of this wipe, dude. I'd be satisfied with that. Maybe people disagree with me on that, and maybe my bar is too low according to other people. I don't think it is. I think they have over delivered with this update. I know a lot of people are grumbling about the fact, obviously there's a lot of stuff that they've done in the past. It's not the point of this video to talk about, but some of y'all, I'm just gonna say this, and it's probably not, people aren't gonna like it. A lot of these people, even content creators, some of us just need to kind of we got to shut up at some point. We can complain and complain and complain, but like, what good is it for the actual community? Especially with what we're seeing right now. Like IRONMACE hit a home run, big time, hit a home run with this update. And so we should. I think now's the chance. Now's our chance to say, hey, this good, keep doing it. Rather than saying, oh yeah, well you better not, so forth. And I've been there before. Because the undo button is probably one of their favorite buttons historically, and I'm really hoping that's not the case with this time. But just trying to give them benefit of the doubt. But anyway, yeah, the new perks, new skills is great. Bigger map for ruins, absolutely genius idea. I love that they listened to the community on that. If people are wondering why there's like half empty modules in ruins, it's by design. These things are by design because ruins is what is for the crypts. For the entirety of the ruins, crypts, and inferno maps, that whole trio, ruins is the gatekeeper, right? It's the funnel that everyone has to go through, and so you historically have seen that ruins is basically where you get your third, fourth, fifth parties most often. And with a 5x5 map with Dark and Darker, especially when you have skilled PvEers, most of the people who play this game know how to take care of PvE. By this point, it was past due time, and I really do hope that they do this with all the maps, of kind of like checkerboarding it a little bit, where there is space, just adds in space. It doesn't have to be the greatest thing, you don't have to have something interesting to look at every 5 feet. It's okay. And if you think about it, the way the modules are designed, each module is kind of designed with its own in kind of tunnel vision on that one module, if that makes sense, because they're meant to be like Lego pieces. And so when you have those modules side by side by side by side, that's what leads to, we always talk about how the maps feel like they're too saturated with mobs. It's like a little bit overbearing, especially when you get rats that don't clear mobs. They wake them all up and leave them all alive. And so forth. And so just empty space, man, is like, it sounds weird, but it is so important, and it's been so nice, because Ruins has been my least favorite map for the longest time, and it's actually brought Ruins up, in my opinion. Also the new map with the dwarves, amazing. It's so good. Anyway, also there's no more biz stats, man. This was the biggest thing. This was the kind of make or break for me to actually get back on this game and actually take it serious. It really makes it so that the game is leans into more skill based, especially the combat overhaul that we saw, with now all weapons except for long range being able to block and parry. That's huge. I love it. I do hear a lot of reports about desync being pretty bad, so I'm hoping that this will make them aware of that for them to focus on server performance. I'm always one who advocates for optimization. If we can optimize the game, please, 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 let's optimize the game. And so I think now would be a great time, if they want to focus on anything. I think focusing on optimization, boosting FPS, better server, better servers in general. That every now and again they seem to lag. You lag out for a second, then reconnect. And it's not just me; it's a handful of my friends that have reported the same thing as well. But again, I'm not here to complain. These things it's been amazing. It's been great. So, loving what they're doing, man. It's all those things packaged into one. The biz stats for me as a veteran just ruined it, because like true damage being my number one issue overall is I just don't like the true, because it's like a switch. You hit for nothing or you hit for everything. It feels like, just by putting on the true damage, and on both sides, true magic or true fizz. I've never liked it. I don't like it at all. For the longest time, and it completely it spits in the face of all the work they've done working on all the curves, like working on PDR curves and MDR curves and fizz power curves and magic power. Like, no, just slap up the max amount of true magic and have a decent amount of the other stat, and it doesn't really matter, because you're gonna hit hard. And I know you're probably gonna have somebody who min maxes, and if you're one of them, I'm not talking about you. I get it. Like, to be the best of the best, whatever. I don't take the game that serious. Like, I'm not, I would rather win and get super bis, get 20k kits while I'm running a 3k kit. Okay, it's just how I play the game. Is what it is. I know some people min max. It's how you play the game. That's fine. Overall, man, great update. And I'm actually super excited to announce this, that given what the promise that we're seeing now from IRONMACE, my intention is to bring back the Timmy Talk series in full effect. And so if you have questions, maybe you're coming back to the game, or maybe, hey, if you're playing the game for the first time ever, let me know in the comment section, man. That would be, I'd love to pick your brain. If you don't mind, like, I'd love to know what it's like to be a day one Dark and Darker player, with this new wipe and what's going on. You're probably, there's just so much to learn. And I know this game can be intimidating, but it is fun, and it's all about the adventuring, guys. It's about fun. If you're not having fun with Dark and Darker, go do something else. Go play something else. So, but I'm super excited to bring back the Timmy Talk series. So I need your help with this, guys. I need your guys' help. Leave me some comment ideas, or some ideas in the comment section below of what you guys would like to see. If you guys want me to dive into the patch notes a little bit to like actually do like a what has changed, how should combat change, etc., because that has been a little bit different. I can do that. I know there's already a couple of videos out about all the different parry attacks and stuff like that. So I'll probably save some time and not remake it what's already been made, and stuff. But leave me some ideas, and thank you guys for being patient with me. I know I keep saying, hey, more content coming. This is going to be a lesser effort video, where I don't edit for longer than it takes to record it. It's kind of just a quick little update, and just a thank you to IRONMACE of like, hey, good job, guys. And I know a lot of people are not on board yet with IRONMACE. Some people are still complaining. Oh, well, I think at some point we either move forward or we go do something else at this point. But I'm excited. I'm here. I've already grinded 40 hours, and I'm sure there'll be many more hours to come. So love you guys. Hope to see you guys in the dungeons very, very soon. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm not into pork, but bacon can always get it.
Yes, sir. Wait, let me clip that real quick. Take that out of context. Take it out of context a little bit, you know what I'm saying?